Hi, I'm Dannic and I'm a house fan.
Ich bin hier heute im Bootshaus bei der Revealed Label Night und wir haben Dannic zu Gast. Hi Dannic, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And I will just go and start with the first question from our community. Flo wants to know, Dannic, what's your pre-gig routine? How do you prepare yourself for club or festival gigs? And is there a difference between those two for you?
I always prepare myself by sitting in my hotel room by my own and with my laptop, of course, making last-minute edits or finishing a song, doesn't matter. And when I'm playing a festival, I always have to look at the lineup because I'm not only playing myself, it's not my solo show, so I have to see where I can play some mashups or I can't play mashups because maybe Showtek is in the lineup or Hardwell or whatever, and you don't want to play their music, of course.
Okay.
And then a club show, usually it's a solo show, so it's just me and maybe there's a resident DJ before me, so I just can play whatever I want. So I'm more free to play whatever I want. And for festival gigs, I usually play 60 minutes or 90 minutes and I play like 80-90% of my own tracks.
Do you prepare your entire set or it's like 50% preparation and then 50% just what's going on, what you see in the crowd, what you think fits well?
Yeah, I have an intro and from the moment on I just see what happens. Sometimes I end up even playing Moombaton or whatever, just if it fits, and I think that's what DJ is all about. It's like see what kind of crowd is in front of you and anticipate on that. That's interaction.
Okay, the next question by Dukan. What's your favorite club and why is it Bootshaus?
Well, I've never played Bootshaus before, so I'm sorry I can't say that. But maybe if you interview me tomorrow, that would be great.
But seriously, you've played so many clubs, you gotta have some favorites, I think.
Yeah, well, one of my favorites is definitely Ministry of Sound in London. When I was young, I bought all the CDs and like 2 years ago I had the privilege to play there for the first time and I was really nervous because it's a big club with a big production and that's definitely one of my favorites. And right now it has to be Dre's in Las Vegas, which is like top notch, state of the art club with like a production, like it's an indoor festival. It's crazy.
The next question is by Levin. What are your biggest musical idols outside of the EDM world?
Definitely Michael Jackson. He's a big inspiration, and besides that, Jamiroquai. He has this like disco, almost like funky music what he makes. That's definitely an inspiration. And John Legend, I really love his songs. Like he's really a musician.
Is there, do you trying to get to remix John Legend? Is there anything planned?
It's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah,
if he would call me and or email me, I would definitely do that.
The next question by Benjamin. What do you think about the new jungle terror sounds such as Vivek plays?
I love that actually. Yeah, it's great. I think it's fresh. It's interesting to listen to because there's so much going on in one track, and it's always cool to see new genres popping up every year. Of course, this year was definitely the year of Future House with Oliver Heldens, like almost popping up out of nowhere. And right now, like the Vivek and Diplo and Skrillex are doing their thing with Jack U, which is really interesting. And I definitely can appreciate that. I really like that. And yeah, it's always interesting to see what happens next year.
I heard you saying in a previous interview that you will always stick to your sound, but would you be willing to do a collaboration in the more jungle terror sound, just for instance like Vivek?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I meant to say I always try to stick within the boundaries of my own sound. Sometimes I can get more groovy, but sometimes I can get more heavy, like Solid or Zenith. It differs, but there has to be this Dannic signature on top of my songs. Otherwise, it's just me making a bunch of different tracks, and I think people, if they want to see me, they kind of have to know what's coming. So if you go to example back in the days, your parents, when they went to the Rolling Stones, they knew what to expect, and I think that's the same for EDM right now. It's really everyone can play different kind of music, But I think it's really important to stick to your own sound, and that people actually know, okay, so Dannic is this sound, Hardwell is that sound.
You're from Breda, right?
Yeah.
And Breda is the birthplace of so many successful DJs,
Yeah.
such as JETZT, Hardwell, yourself, or Rehab.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just a coincidence, or is there something magical going on?
Well, of course, I get the question a lot. I think like Breda is this typical city that has way too many bars and clubs. Like we only have 200,000 people, but we have like 200 bars, and obviously we need a lot of DJs. And because it's such a small city, we all know each other, and we're from in the Netherlands. You have like the south people from the south. They're more like friendly and humble, at least they say, like, and then you have in the north, the people are a little bit more harsh, a little bit more, you know, trying to get there on their own. And we tend to help each other. Like JETZT helped Hardwell, and Hardwell helped me, obviously, and it's all like a big family, and we all support each other. And I think that's one of the main reasons why Breda is such a big city. And of course, like Funkerman and Fedele Grand are from there. Like everyone got inspired by a bigger DJ, and for me it's like it's really like Fedele and Funkerman, and for Hardwell was JETZT, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's nice, because people in Germany, like they really like complaining about that people here in Germany don't support each other enough.
Oh, yeah.
And they always say, yeah, the people in the Netherlands, they're doing this so well, why can't we do this? So do you think this is a Dutch thing? Like,
I don't know, maybe it is. I mean, you guys drink a lot of beer, we drink a lot of beer, but maybe there's a solution in the beer, I don't know. But because it's really funny, because I met Hardwell while I was drinking beer in the bar. We just chatted about music, and we instantly clicked. And he came a long way. He started when he was 14, he's now 27, and he's still like, that's why he's the world's #1 DJ. He came from a long way.